Altered. There is magic in the mundane, bliss in the banal. The day is your dharma. I'm your host, Amaryllis, Ayurvedic health counselor, yogini, and Akashic Records reader, and this is your life, Altered. And here we are with the Altered podcast. It has been 2.5 years now in the making. And I know because I went back and saw a journal entry from 2.5 years ago that mentioned a podcast, and it came up several times. But I trust the timing of things, and that 2.5 years ago, it wouldn't have been the same. So much more has been growing and evolving and shifting and changing in myself and in my world and in our world that now feels like the time. And I did receive the message finally in January 2021. It is time. And it wasn't in the head, it wasn't in the mind, it was an inner knowing that it is now. So here I am, creating the Altered podcast. First, I'd like to say thank you for being here and thank you for your support. This intro is to tell you a little bit about what to expect from the podcast. It'll be a solo cast. Every now and again, maybe I'll have somebody on for an interview, but mostly it's just me. What is altered? That is a word that came to me last December 2019, early December. I had a beautiful morning drinking ceremonial cacao. I was outside taking a walk in the nature area behind my apartment, and it was a download. It was just an instant message that said, altered. It's a way of living. It's a way of being that marries the two aspects that I'd been studying of spirit, spirituality, ascending with Ayurveda and daily habits, grounding down, learning how to have a body and live well in the day-to-day. It was the marriage of the two, that it can't be one or the other, that it's heaven and earth, that it's the magic and the mundane, it's the bliss and the banal, it's spirit and matter. It has to be both. Weaving both together, and especially bringing spirit into your day-to-day, helps to alter your life. And I like to do a play on the words, alter as in like a prayer altar, an altar to spirit, and alter as in changing habits, changing routines in the day-to-day, altering as well as altering. In the podcast, I'll be talking about a lot of things that I've been learning about and experiences that I've had, things that I continue to learn about. It will range from spirituality and Ayurveda, daily habits, personal evolution, ancestral healing, energy body, spirit guides, crystals, shamanic journeying, the Akashic records and messages from the records, right relationship, not just with people, but with all living things around us, chakras, meditation, the elements, personal responsibility and moving out of victimhood, listening to intuition, so many different things. And this podcast is going to be the vessel where I share. I'd love for you to join me in altering your life. Again, it's a solo cast, and this podcast will be coming out weekly. It'll be dropped on Sunday evening if you're Pacific time at 9 p.m. East Coast is going to be midnight, technically Monday. Every other week, I'll be bringing in the Akashic Sunday sessions, which if you've been following me on Instagram, IGTV, maybe even since September when I started these, you're familiar with this. For those that don't know, the Akashic Sunday sessions is a bi-weekly messaging that I started in September where I go into the Akashic records for the audience. I channel a message from the records. I do a tarot card pull And then I deliver that message in a video. It's usually a message about something to shift or something to change, or words of inspiration, things to focus on. I've gotten great feedback, several emails and comments and DMs about how these messages have really helped and shifted things for people. And I want to continue them, but I'd like to fold them into this podcast. So every other week will be focused on the Akashic Sunday sessions, and then all the alternating weeks will be a regular podcast. I'm really looking forward to continuing this journey with those who have been with me for a while and the new audience that's going to be cultivated through the Altered podcast. Feel free to move on to the next episode and be sure to subscribe. We're going to be learning and growing together. This is about not just us as individuals, but the ripple effect that we have on the planet, and that when we alter and alter, that it makes a difference in our family, in our workplace, neighborhood, city, country, globe. This is about shifting planetary consciousness, and it starts with you. You and your own connection to spirit, you and your day lived well. Welcome to the Altered Podcast.